Hello, this video is designed to help you with your internal verification process and the external authentication process in Dundrum College of Higher Education. The first thing to note is how to access your SharePoint in Dundrum CFE staff. When you're given the link to access this, you will find these three folders. The first one is the exam folder, the second one is the IVEA folder 2023-2024, and then also there is a document in PDF format which is exactly the same information that I am going to share in this video, but it is provided to you in written format. So I'm going to click on it just to show you the contents of it. You will have, first of all, the two different tables. The one shows you everything that you need to know about Moodle, and then the next table shows you where to find things in SharePoint. In both cases in the table, there is a section or a column where you will find screenshots just to explain everything, but I'm going to go through that in this video. So let's start with Moodle and knowing how to navigate. You will be given a link that will bring you to the Moodle course that you're looking at. This is an example here. And what you're likely to find is several main headings. The first few are the ones that are important from the point of view of internal verification and external authentication. So first of all, in the Moodle pack, you will find the scheme of work, the assessment plan, and maybe tutors will have other bits and pieces that they want to include in that. Then you will have the three assessments that are relevant to the actual module descriptor. In this case, we have the actual percentage and also the due date, which is actually very handy. So this is the main title. When you click on it, you will be able to see all of the documents that pertain to that particular title. So we have in blue color, you will always find documents, which are pieces of information for the learner. In this case, we have the brief, we have a workbook, we have reading material, and all those bits and pieces. Whenever you click on them, a PDF file will open and you will be able to read it. The important part is that pink button, which is the place where the students will submit their assignments. So let's see what happens when you click on this Submit Assignment. First of all, you are brought to that main page. It shows you the number of participants. It shows you how many drafts are there, how many learners submitted work, how many of the assignments need to be graded, etc., etc. So for you to check on the assignments from the learners, just click on the View All Submissions button. So that brings you to a page where you have the list of each single learner. You have their status here in green color. It tells you whether the assignment has been submitted, whether it is graded. It actually gives you a grade. And it gives you the different sort of files that the learner has included, and then simply what you need to do in order to check the work from each student is click on the red button that says Grade. So as you look at this, what you see on the left hand side is the actual assignment from the learner. You can see on the top corner that it has several pages. It has many arrows that you can click on to actually look at the content of the assignment. On the right hand side, you can see the actual file itself. You could choose to download that file in order to be able to see the file in your computer as PDF format. It tells you there as well that the assignment has been submitted, that it has been graded, and it tells you the dates. Some teachers have decided to use a rubric. So a rubric works as an extended marking sheet. So in this case, here is the rubric. In order to view the rubric, all you have to do is click on this X button here. The rubric opens, and you can then scroll up and down to see the marks that were given. In the rubric, you will see in bright green color the mark that the teacher provided. And of course, you can see across the top the different points that the learner would have gotten depending on how well they did. When finished, you can just click on the X again and close it. On the right hand side, you can also see, as you scroll down, you can see the feedback and the comments from the supervisor. So these are the comments that pertain to this particular assignment and this particular submission, but the learner may have submitted some other versions previously. So as you scroll down, you can see that at the bottom there are different attempts that you can actually view. It tells you that there were a maximum number of attempts as 4, that this is attempt number 3, and if you wish to look at other attempts, all you have to do is click on View a Different Attempt, and this page opens. So if you would like to see another attempt and see the feedback that the teacher gave that particular learner on their first draft, you can click on Attempt 1, click on View, and you will be able to see another version of it with the actual information or feedback that the teacher gave the student. It is worth noting that sometimes teachers would have allowed many attempts to a student, and perhaps the student made a mistake and they did not know how to upload an assignment, or maybe they uploaded the wrong assignment, and that is why you would see more than 2 attempts. But typically speaking, if all goes well, there should be only 2 attempts. The first attempt is the draft. The teacher gives formative feedback, then gives the student the opportunity to make amendments, and then the student can attempt a second time with an improved version of their assignment, at which point the teacher will be able to provide summative feedback and an actual grade. But things don't always work like that. So the next thing we're going to look at is at the grade book. When you go back to the main page of that particular module, on the top center part of Moodle, you will see these scores. When you click on these scores, you will see, and the third heading is grades. Click on it, and it will show you the learner's grades, which is actually calculated after the teacher has given the marks to every student. It is a very handy facility, and it helps with the QBS reports. Now, let's move on to SharePoint. SharePoint is designed to provide you with the information that cannot be contained in Moodle. For example, we have things like the QBS reports, the marking sheets, the exam papers, and videos of skills demonstrations. All of that can be found on this folder. When you click on it, you will see the different departments. So I'm going to choose the Horticulture and Ecology department as an example, and you will see just the names of the teachers that are part of that department. I'm going to click on Monica Alvarez, and you will see all the modules that Monica Alvarez teaches. So I'm going to show, for example, soil science. So the 3 things that you will see, first of all, are the QBS reports, then the QQI marking sheets. Now, when you click on the QQI marking sheets and you see extended marking sheets there, in this case, it is not needed because Monica has a rubric in Moodle, so then there's absolutely no need for that. But whenever ready, you will see populated here the marking schemes. Okay, so another thing that you will see is the evidence. In this case, in this folder, you will see things like videos and exam papers and other things that cannot be found in Moodle. Finally, you will also see the actual module descriptor and the teacher checklists. Let's have a look at the evidence folder. Okay, so in this case, I'm taking a look at soil science. there are a number of videos that were recorded for the students to demonstrate their skills. So if you click on a particular module, you will see that this is labeled with the name of the students, and each video then is visible to the external examiner. You will see the names of the learners in alphabetic order by surname, and that's the evidence of the students. Okay, but for you to actually see and read the information of their skills and their steps that they took, you would have to go back to Moodle to see the written format of that. Now, that's the choice of every teacher. So sometimes teachers ask students to explain in the video itself their actual skills, how they went about it, and what the outcome was. But in this case, the teacher chose to separate and have the video on the one hand and then the written explanation on another hand. So the written explanation in this case is found in the actual Moodle folder. So when you look at the skill demonstration, there is a workbook that the learners have to fill in, and this workbook gives them the opportunity to give every explanation to that video. So then the actual skill demonstration comes in two versions, the written format and the video format. So this is all the information that you need in order to navigate Moodle and the SharePoint, and hopefully your internal verification and external authentication will actually be a good journey. So through the help in this video. Thanks for listening.